Hey, it's Jen, Bitch in a Hurry, Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising for January 1st through the 15th, 2018. You can find me on Instagram at Bitch in a Hurry, or you can find me at bitchinahurry.com, where I have the sale that I had going on through the end of 2018, which was an additional 25% off all of the readings. I'm going to extend that to January 7th because there's been a lot of interest and I'm catching up doing them all, and I didn't want anybody to miss out because they didn't make the sale in time. So you can find that on my website. It's also in the description, bitchinahurry.com. There's a coupon code. It's HH2018. It's on there too, so no big deal. All right, so for the Libras, you start out these first 2 weeks of January like on fire. You have some ideas to take action, not just like to think about, and everybody's making a vision board and making a plan, and that stuff is really great. But for you, you feel this need to accomplish something, to take some kind of serious action towards something that you're working on. So when that mood strikes you, feel free to just go right for it, because you probably won't get another time that you feel like this. So take advantage of that momentum that you have, of that call to action that you feel, and absolutely do it. Now, here's a good thing. As we move through those first couple of weeks, you have here the Six of Pentacles, and if you look right by my finger here, you'll see a little tiny plant growing. And if you look up here, you know, this guy's, he's looking all around, he's playing his instrument, doing whatever, and he doesn't really notice what's happening. Let me move it this way. But if you look, he's raining all this hard work and all these things everywhere, but he doesn't see anything happening. But right down here, something is starting to grow. So that lets us know that even though you may not see it, and that's often the case, is that you're working, and you're so busy working that you don't see what's actually coming to pass right before your eyes. So just out of the sight of this person, something is starting to grow from all the hard work that he's been doing, or she's been doing, whichever. Now, these next two cards are really exciting, especially being that it's January. Everybody's got a new thing they're doing. They're starting things up. They want to be different. You have the High Priestess, which is the most intuitive card in the entire deck. And the High Priestess knows exactly what the next move should be. She's got all this wisdom down here, too, of this owl. She's got all this wisdom. Like, if you look at her, she's completely in command of herself. You could tell she feels amazing. Use your intuition when you take this initiative here, and when you start your work. Use your intuition. Don't do what other people tell you should be doing. Like, maybe somebody says you should be going back to college. You should be getting this degree. You should move to this zip code. Use your intuition. You know what is best for you. Take advantage of that intuition that you are blessed with right now, and use that, because that's going to point you in the direction that you need to go. And that goes for this too. When that momentum hits you, you're going to know it. Don't shove it back down, or, oh, no, not me, not now, kind of, toss it aside, because that is for you, and your intuition will let you know right away. And the last card we have is the Fool. And what an awesome card to get for the first reading of 2019. And she's showed up quite a bit in the first readings that I did as well. So she's showing up everywhere. And of course, the Fool is the 0 card. She's a brand new start. If you look at her, she's completely unfettered, and she's ready to step off this precipice into whatever. Now, the great thing for you guys is that you have this intuition, so you're not stepping off blindly, even though it looks like it. You really know deep down what it is that you need to be doing and how you need to do it to achieve the success that you want. But how awesome that you get that fresh start, because you never can start over. Everybody says, I want to start over. Well, you can't start over, because your life is your life. You can't start it over, but you can have a fresh perspective, and you can change the person that you are into something that you'd like to be. And with this Ace of Wands right here, that's a perfect way to begin. And here you see her stepping off the ledge, and you see this, here's your time for action. So you really can't go wrong. I will apologize for my voice. I'm fighting off something, so I don't mean to be like scratchy and whatever, but it's just I can feel it like when I breathe, and it's my throat, my voice isn't right. So anyway, we move on now. You're going to set the stage in this first 2 weeks for the whole year, and I hate to say that in a way, because it seems like, what if you have a really crappy first couple of weeks, right? Well, you're not going to. I mean, everybody has ups and downs, but the main theme of those first couple of weeks is you just embracing this whatever it is that you want and you going for it without fear. You know, she doesn't look scared, does she? Now, as we move through the year, even though this is for the first 2 weeks, you know, sometimes you get more insight, and you have this Knight of Pentacles, which lets me know that while you take all this action, this is the slowest moving energy of the deck, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. No one said you had to become a different person in 2 weeks, okay? But you're setting a foundation here for the rest of 2019, and just know that as you're keeping up with the actions and the work, you know, all the work that you're doing here, as you're keeping up with all of that stuff, you go from the Six of Pentacles to the Knight, which is a progression. It's just letting you know that the energy is not move as fast, which is okay, because I don't think anybody, as much as we want change, sometimes I don't think anybody wants it overnight. So this lets you know that these changes you're making, you'll be able to ease them into your life, where it will become, I don't want to say second nature, it will become comfortable. And that's what you really want, right? You don't want to just be, shock your system all the time. So these changes that you're making and these new things that you're doing will be assimilated into your life over a period of time where they become comfortable. And it's just like when people go on a diet, right? And they lose 10 pounds in a week. Do they keep it off? Not usually, right? But if they lose 10 pounds over a year, they probably keep it off. It's the same thing. This may not happen overnight, but when it does happen and you integrate all these wonderful things into your life, they stay. So that's really encouraging. Now here you have the Judgment card, and I think this is just going to tell you that you need to make sure that you're discerning, and that's, this clarifies obviously here, this Intuition card, this High Priestess, the card of intuition. You have such good intuition, bringing things into your life, and putting them, like I always say, like you weigh them on the scales of judgment. Is this good? Is this not good? Do I just want to do this to make somebody mad? Do I want to get back at someone? Is this going to benefit someone? Is this going to benefit me or society? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why do I want the things I want? You'll just be bringing a lot of things to judgment, but your motives are pure here. I don't feel anything. This is all about you. It's not about you besting someone else, or, I'm going to show them. It's not about that at all. This is about you. And being that has been said, the other clarifying card we have is the Four of Pentacles. And oftentimes depicted as the Miser card. You see she's kind of standing on the two pentacles down here, and she's holding on to the other one like you can't have it. I think that what this is saying to us is that maybe all of your goals and aspirations and things that you're intuiting and your brand new things you want to do may not be something that needs to be shared with the whole world. These are things that you might want to just keep to yourself for right now. Not everyone is always on your page. Not everybody, by no fault of their own, they don't always support you. And so you don't need negative things in your life. So maybe just for the time being, just kind of keep this to yourself. And like I said, you've got this slow energy anyways. Things are going to plod along at a slow and steady pace, but they won't be shocking, so you won't really feel the need to explain to anyone anyway. If you have someone close, and your intuition, High Priestess here, will tell you who you can share things with, because sometimes it is nice to share with other people, but for the most part, you're going to want to keep this to yourself. And a lot of times I say that includes like social media and things like that. Not everyone needs to know all of the things you have planned, but I'm really excited, Libra, to hear what you have going on in these first couple weeks and what your foundation for the year is going to be. And I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much.